You're listening to LunaKage and Mr. You Suck's Unnamed Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of LunaKage and Mr. You Suck's Unnamed Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back to us.
Yes.
We're back. The fog already did that.
You're back. The fogs already did that. It may have been time between, I don't know, you clicking on one to the other, but like maybe 70 seconds have passed off in the real world when we stopped recording the past episode and are now recording this one.
Yeah, not to say that you don't live in the real world or anything.
No.
But for us, the real world is vastly better because we're in it.
Oh, you know it. This is the best DC timeline. I love this multiverse.
This is the best timeline.
But anyways, enough with that dumb shit. Let's get to the 2016 Year in Review Awards. And I'm going to try my very best to dub in The Price is Right. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, shit. That'd be great. Like, we don't make money so that we don't got to worry about like, getting taken down.
Exactly. I have a creative licensing song in our theme song. Yeah. And even, like, just in case. Because they'll never pull. It's like creative properties are like all free on that shit.
Yeah.
But
it's still a good song. It's a nice little ignorant fucking metal riff.
Very good metal would fit in wrestling very nicely. Anyways, much like we did last year, we are going off we have 20 awards to give out, and they are the same awards as last year's list.
Which is a detriment.
In all honesty, this will probably be the last year we go with these specific 20, because a lot of these aren't applicable anymore.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see a 2017 Year in Review award list that is a little bit different. Anyways, let's start us off from the bottom to the top. Number 20, worst commentary moments. I put letting David Otunga on the mic.
You know, it's funny. Like, I considered copping out and just having something like that too.
Mm-hmm. I copped out. I look at your notes and I copped out harder than you did. Yours is an actual one, and mine I just copped out really hard. I do not understand why he is on commentary. I don't understand why he has an on-screen job in WWE. He's fine as a pre-show talk guy. Putting him on live TV as a commentator just doesn't make sense. His commentary is so bad, it stops all momentum. He's literally worse than Byron.
I don't hate him that much. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think he adds anything. And I totally get that. Mm-hmm. But he's not really offensive to me.
I think you also are pretty good about drowning out commentary when it's...
Yeah, I guess that's true. Unless it's like exceptionally
bad.
Like, or exceptionally good.
When JBL's on his like worst nights, or like when Michael Cole, you can just smell he's going to say something wrong.
Or when JBL's on his best nights.
Yeah.
And Michael Cole is serviceable, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, holy shit, Michael Cole did something. But yeah, like, honestly, like, I would consider, if we're going with just like, people being on commentary.
No, this is a cop-out answer.
No, I understand that, but like, before I went with my answer, I considered putting Tom Phillips being on the mic. Not because he's bad, but because whenever he's on, there's four commentators.
That's really true. Because Tom Phillips is pretty good on the mic.
Yeah. But it's like when you put a fourth guy out there on top of Otunga and JBL and fucking Morrow, it's like, what is even...
What's the point?
Yeah. But my answer, which differed, Blue Thunderbomb.
I mean, as soon as I saw your notes, I'm like, that's the correct answer. Because that's definitely the worst commentary moment.
And like, I had forgotten that happened this year.
Me too.
Because it was pretty early. But holy shit.
It was
we ripped on him so many times.
Everyone ripped on him.
Everyone.
When I'd be watching wrestling with my friends in like my chat room, they'd be like, there'd be a German suplex and they're like, Blue Thunder suplex.
Fuck, look at that Blue Thunder bomb. It's like
For those who need reminding, there was a Sami Zayn match probably early on, somewhere in like March or April, where Sami does a Michinoku driver, and Cole fucks up and he thinks it's a Blue Thunder Bomb and he's like, Blue Thunder Bomb! Yeah. And Sammy immediately does a real Blue Thunder Bomb and Michael Cole goes, a traditional Blue Thunder Bomb! And you could just tell, like, oh no, Cole.
Michael Cole's just sitting there like, man, I've got to stay off the internet for a while because it's not going to be good.
Like, as soon as the actual Blue Thunder Bomb happened, I'm sure, like, you could just feel the air pressure, like, sink around Michael Cole. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's like, fuck. Did I just do it again?
I need to eat shit for this one on air?
And, like, he didn't, though, and that's the funny thing. Like, you would expect, because, like, fucking JBL loves that move. He loves the Michinoku driver. If anyone would have called him out on it, it would have been JBL, but he didn't. And that was the big surprise. Mm-hmm.
I'm eating. There's chewing noises on mic. I'm sorry, people who have a phobia about that.
Some people do.
No.
I don't mind it that much, but I can understand.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand. It definitely annoys me sometimes, but I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Number 19, best commentary moment. So for this, I put anything and everything commentary had to say about James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth and his gummy body and lack of a chin.
His gummy body.
Gave SmackDown's commentators the ultimate softball, and they made a great connection.
The no chin music.
Yeah.
Good shit.
JBL was looking like his old school self, literally yelling into the mic with laughter over how much of a geek James Ellsworth was. And even Otunga was able to get some worthwhile quips, coining the phrase, no chin music.
Yeah. So, mine is, it's a similar cop-out, but not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put it, but, my pick is Austin Aries being on commentary, for, it was Roadblock, right? We just talked about this.
We just talked about this.
Yeah. And like, I mean, that was great. That was amazing.
It's a cop-out answer in the sense that it was a more recent thing, so you remember it, but in the grand scheme of things, that was probably the best called match this year.
And even then, like, just fucking Austin Aries as a talker in general, he does so well when he's put on a live microphone, you know, like fucking they put it on there. They didn't give him shit to say because he was a commentator instead of like on the mic trying to cut a promo, which they probably still would fucking try and give him something. But he's good on the mic, just as good as he is in the ring. So fucking, like, on commentary, he's going to be amazing.
It was great. Number 18, biggest disappointments. I put WrestleMania 32.
Yeah. Despite
being the biggest Mania since 3, the whole card was booked to be the single biggest fire sale to get Roman over.
Everything must go.
Everyone must be buried.
Everything must be sold.
Down here at Crazy Vince's talent agency, we're burying talent left and right. Yeah, I must be insane for letting these sales go out the window. Every match was won by a heel. The only match that didn't suffer that fate was Zack Ryder winning the IC belt, but he immediately was killed by The Miz the next night and lost it permanently. A lot of strong potential booking was thrown out the window so that when the only face would win, being Roman, people would hopefully cheer.
Yeah.
This didn't work at all.
That was literally what it was.
It was literally like, okay, no faces won tonight except Zack Ryder. No one knows who Zack Ryder is. Maybe if people go 4 hours without seeing a face win, they'll cheer when Roman wins. No, it didn't work at all. And actually, the main event between Roman and Triple H was fucking bad.
It was doo-doo.
It was a bad match.
Doo-doo butter.
Triple H couldn't pull a match worth shit from Roman.
I think it would have been better. I think it would have been better received if, like, Stephanie came down with, like, the Money in the Bank briefcase and just cashed it in, and she became the champion.
Yeah.
And people hate Stephanie.
Like, not even heel heat hates it. No, they just fucking hate her. She's bad for the product.
Bad times. Bad times.
Top to bottom, this Mania sucked, and it was by far the worst pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
What's your pick? Do you have one?
That was it. Like, I originally put Raw, which, I mean, I guess is true.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the concentrated awfulness that WrestleMania was.
It was really bad.
It definitely wins out. Definitely.
Like, we spent 6 hours on a couch, and that was our payoff.
God damn, we did.
It was really bad.
It was one of the few times where I was just sick of seeing you guys. it was like I woke up early. Fucking, you guys have been over here this whole time. I love you, but my head hurts. Because when you guys are here, I gotta be hype. Mm-hmm. And when I'm hype, 2 hours into a fucking 6-hour odyssey, it gets pretty rough. Man.
Exactly.
It gets pretty rough.
I was like, I had lost central network communications with both left and right butt cheeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here we go. Here's Roman.
Here's Roman.
Here's Roman.
By the time we got to the main event, we were just so delirious that we're just like, is there anything else that could happen that could potentially save this from being awful?
No, because like in my mind, I'm like, what are they going to do for this match? They can't wrestle a main event style match with Roman and Triple H. And they tried, and they didn't technically. Technically, they did not.
And the worst part was literally 2 weeks before Triple H had an amazing match with Dean Ambrose at the Roadblock.
And he, like 2 weeks before that, he had a fucking amazing match with Ziggler on Raw. And you're like, yeah, this is good.
So you're like, Triple H is ready. Oh, he's going in there Roman.
Yeah, and dude, they shat the bed. It was a terrible fucking...
I feel so bad for Triple H.
It was a terrible goddamn match.
He's just trying to put over his boys at WrestleMania each.
Yep.
And you know, like last year was Roman. This year is going to be Seth. Mm-hmm. Maybe next year Dean Ambrose is going to win over Triple H at WrestleMania.
That'd be great.
That'd be cool. I'd be down with seeing. I'd be down with seeing that again.
They could probably put on a good ass match.
Especially
They've done it once before.
Yeah. It'll be the one match that Triple H wins.
Yeah.
And again,
honestly. Number 17.
We agree on this one.
Yes.
This isn't a cop-out.
No, we both knew what was happening here. This is number 17, surprise of the year. AJ Styles debuting at the Royal Rumble.
I think, like, you didn't even understand the severity of this.
I knew who AJ was.
Yeah.
I knew he was great. I knew he was one of your favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
But there's just no way I could understand it to the same level you do.
Yeah. And even then, like, you kind of felt the aura that I was, like, fucking radiating.
Yeah. No,
the entire time.
You were literally a child on Christmas.
Every 5 minutes after he showed up, I'm just like, AJ Styles here.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is right there.
You're like, AJ Styles, like the Royal Rumble ended, and Luna's just like, I can't believe AJ Styles is in the WWE.
Yeah. It was fucking insane.
So we both agree on that one. That's a tie for us.
Yeah, there's like no fucking, no contest there.
Hypest moment. So mine is quite an outlier. The promo package for the December 21st episode of NXT for a fatal four-way with Ty Dillinger, Bobby Roode, Andrade Cien Almas, and Roderick Strong. That sounds really obscure and really far out left field. But that episode was basically like a mini pay-per-view where like they had like 2 nothing matches, a 10-minute promo package, and then like a half an hour match.
Yeah.
And the promo package was so fucking hype because they used Bring Me the Horizon's Throne, the same song they used at like NXT Brooklyn or the one after NXT Brooklyn, NXT Revenge or whatever from last year.
Revengeancer.
Yeah. The song was awesome. It made Ty Dillinger look like the single greatest underdog babyface since like Daniel Bryan.
You know what my favorite NXT music choice has been so far? Fucking when they used Karate by Baby Metal.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
What?
They did.
What? I didn't know they released a new album. Looked it up, downloaded it immediately.
It's like
I bought it perfectly legally.
Like the old days where you find music from wrestling.
Yeah. God, it was great. I was like, and it happened again with NXT before that. Like when NXT was like first, starting to, it was, didn't they have a pay-per-view called Unstoppable? Like one of the very first ones? Yeah. It introduced me to this band called Motionless in White.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of them.
And I was like, this is sick. This is the kind of shit that I used to fucking love when I'd hear it in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
NXT's music choices are usually pretty good.
Yeah, because like I feel like they have like a fucking college student who's like, you know, used to love wrestling.
I feel like it's Corey Graves.
It might just be.
Honestly
if
believe
that's his music choice, I'm down with it.
I honestly believe it's Corey Graves back there.
It might be. Fuck, I'd be down with it.
Yeah.
Him and Seth are apparently like metalheads, but I kind of place them as like new metalheads, like metalcore heads, which I generally tend to not gravitate to. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say like your favorite genre is the only genre you listen to.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like me, my favorite genre is new metal, which isn't new anymore.
Old metal.
But it is my favorite. As ignorant as fucking great as it is,
I love it.
I still love the shit out of some like different metal genres, like melodic fucking metal. You got the even like the like, what would you call it? Popular metal, I guess. Like fucking the stuff
alternative metal.
Oh well, definitely alternative metal. Like the stuff like that some people might question if it's even metal, like Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah,
it's like some people are like, that's not metal. I'd be like, fuck you.
Breaking Benjamin's like new metal that just got too popular.
Yeah, and like I'm totally down with that shit.
I think
Stained, I guess you can consider that too.
Yeah,
you know, stuff like that. Like I grew up in the 90s. What do you want?
Exactly. Exactly. Anyways, this promo package made the 4-way match feel like Mania was about to happen in NXT. Like, I highly recommend watching this promo package.
And it's funny because when you list Ty Dillinger, Andrade, and Roderick Strong, which is interesting. And I mean, Bobby Roode obviously is amazing, but I mean, those 4 competitors, it kind of, just reading that, it kind of feels like old school NXT almost. Mm-hmm. Back when, you know, before they even started signing guys like Kevin Owens and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, you basically had main events where it was like Neville and fucking Tyler Breeze. Mm-hmm. But it was amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty much how this was. And Ty has gone from enhancement talent to pretty much being the brand's number 2 babyface.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which is good because I think Ty's awesome. I think Ty's really cool.
He definitely did deserve better.
Mm-hmm. I am hesitant to see if he ever makes it to like the main roster.
I don't know if he ever will.
He's like 38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's just like developmental air quotes for life, but not that could necessarily be a bad thing.
No, I mean, like, NXT is kind of the third show at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you need guys in NXT, you know? So why not? Like, he'll get a paycheck. He doesn't have to move around constantly. Mm-hmm. It'll be a nice little comfortable thing for him to do. He might get a title run or two.
Yeah.
He could end up being the very first person to hold it twice.
I could see Ty winning the belt from Bobby Roode at NXT, whatever is the day, NXT day before Mania.
Is Roode champion right now?
Maybe. No, but I could see it happening.
Okay. Because I'm like, wait a minute, we skipped something here. Because I thought
either Nakamura or Joe. I don't care anymore because that feud's like, who cares? I hate to say it, but that feud actually kind of sucks right now.
It's literally like fucking the Joe versus Kevin Owens feud. No, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. Yeah. It was like, oh god,
because you said like the first person to hold it twice, and I'm like, I think Joe's held it like 5 billion times now.
Has he? Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think he has held it more than once. Fuck. Oh well.
Joe, get out of NXT.
Joe's great though.
He's great. It's just
he needs to do something. Like
he's been in the main event for all of NXT this year, and it's like you're still good in the main event, but holy shit, you just need to be out of it now.
Yeah. So my pick is the same as my last pick. Hypest moment, AJ Styles in the 2016 Royal Rumble.
Expect to trend people. I mean, completely justified and completely with merit.
Because holy shit, like it's just fucking.
It's AJ Styles in WWE.
Like it's funny. I'm still thinking about it. We're a year later, and I'm still thinking about it.
Number 15, funniest moments. There was an episode or two of SmackDown after TLC, and it was Ascension versus Hype Bros. And there's a little inset promo where Zack Ryder goes...
That's an incest promo. Jeez.
There's a little incest promo where Zack goes, these Ascension dudes have been following us around, and Mojo just yells, they ain't hype! Like, and it was just the perfect comedic timing, and me and Luna just fucking, like, spend the next 5 fucking minutes laughing.
I remember that.
And I don't know why it was so funny, because that's all Mojo does, but for some reason it
just happened, and even though it should be the only thing you expect, you didn't expect it.
Exactly.
It was just one of those things.
It was the no mix up.
Yeah, it was fucking there. It was like, yo, I only got an overhead from here, so stop crouching. Why are you still crouching? Mine was, it was actually the match where Ambrose won the Intercontinental title this last time against The Miz. Basically, they were brawling on the outside or whatever, and Dean Ambrose comes up to Maurice on his way back into the ring, and Maurice fucking slaps him, right? And that's a DQ. But he doesn't want to get DQ. He wants to win the title.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to win by DQ. He wants to win the fucking title. So the ref is just looking at the situation. Dean Ambrose is looking at the ref, looking at Maurice, looking back at the ref, and the ref is like, come on. Yeah. He knows he's got to do it. He doesn't want to do it because he knows it's fucking stupid. So Dean Ambrose is in there pleading with the ref. Fucking, the ref is like, he goes to fucking, do the thing with the hand, but Ambrose grabs his hand and is like, no. And like, you kind of see him like kind of talking to the ref, like kind of giving him an alternative. And eventually, he realizes that he can just fucking throw out Maurice, right? Which would be better.
Yeah.
So, that little like fucking dance that they do when they throw out the fucking other person? As the ref is doing it, Dean Ambrose does the exact same thing with him. And I was like, God fucking damn it, this is why I love you, Dean. Like, you can do this, and it resonates with me.
Yeah.
Because it genuinely feels like that's the kind of character I would be. And that's what I love about it. So that gets my funniest moment. Number 2000, whatever.
2016 or
whatever this year is. Next year, last year. All years.
Number 14, worst storyline / feud. Make Darren Young great again.
Oh, man.
It was bad.
And it went nowhere.
This storyline took a lot of time to start up with bad and unfunny vignettes between Darren and Bob Backlund. Eventually, Darren started to get a little bit over getting a pop when he won the Jobber Battle Royale for his IC shot. His IC match was absolute garbage. It ended in a crappy double count-out botch that no one understood because there was no count-out. They were just double DQ'd for no reason. Then I'd watch Luna's PC die. He then the feud with Miz died because the brand split just happened right after that match. And then he went to feud with Titus, and it was so horrendously bad that they just force quit the program. Darren could have had something with a bit better booking and maybe a couple low card vignettes that didn't suck. But this was a massive fucking waste of time.
And then eventually they just stopped doing it.
Yeah, and then I guess Darren broke his fucking arm yesterday.
Oh, of course. Always breaking shit. So mine, worst storyline feud of the year, was probably something that didn't deserve it quite as much as that, but I still kind of think it did. Charlotte versus Sasha for the entire year.
The thing is, you're not wrong. I really can't contest that.
It was bad.
It should have been amazing, and every chance they had to make it amazing, it was booked to kind of be bad instead.
Yeah, they just decided not to.
Yeah.
They're like, we could make this good, but no.
No. It was really rough. And it went on forever.
And now it's finally over.
Thank God. praise for Bailey.
Pray for Bailey.
Pray for Bailey.
Hugs for Bailey.
Hugs for Bailey. Number 13, best storyline / feud. I put The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Although the feud went on a little too long thanks to Survivor Series, this was the high point for both performers this year and elevated both of them. Mainly Miz, though.
Yeah.
Ziggler was kind of awkwardly working his way through a loser underdog run, and The Miz was perfecting...
You mean a Ziggler run?
Yeah.
That's just how he runs.
Yep, this is a Ziggler run. Miz was perfecting his IC run. The mic work was great. The matches were far and above beyond what you thought either person could do. And it made Miz look like a main eventer without that bitter aftertaste of WrestleMania 27.
Yeah. Now, mine, you might be able to call it a cop-out, but I don't think so, because without this particular storyline, we wouldn't have had that one. Mm-hmm. And that's the brand split.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like, it literally changed the landscape of wrestling for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And thanks to the brand split, we've gotten SmackDown and all the goodness that's come with it.
Yeah, SmackDown's great.
You know, like, thanks to the brand split, we have WWE champion AJ Styles. We have AJ Styles beating John Cena clean as fuck. At like what? It hasn't been 2 pay-per-view. No, at least 1 pay-per-view.
It
was 1 pay-per-view.
It was 1 pay-per-view. He beat him clean as fuck.
Which is probably just going to be my match of the year.
Yeah.
I don't even remember specifics of the match, but I do know that, like, you know, my dick's hard thinking about it.
Yeah, AJ Styles beat John Cena clean. That's at the end of a feud.
And you know that was a great match, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't, even though I can't remember it, I know if I were to rewatch it, I would just sit there with my hand in my pants the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not even touching myself, just being there. Yeah, like, we wouldn't have gotten Ziggler versus Miz's greatest year if it wasn't for the brand split, putting SmackDown on this higher pedestal. And the fact that they did it, or executed the actual brand split as well as they did with, SmackDown, before we even got the actual split, like, the build up to SmackDown was like both Stephanie and Shane were like, oh, I want SmackDown. No, I want SmackDown. You know, they
made SmackDown feel important.
Yeah, that was the start. Then you have Dean Ambrose winning the very first Shield triple threat for the WWE title, going to SmackDown. So you immediately have the WWE Championship on SmackDown, just giving a little more credibility to it. Mm-hmm. And like it was just done. Like, I couldn't have done it any better myself. Like, I couldn't have asked for any better.
It was really well done. I loved it a lot. And I think it single-handedly, like, made 2016 head and shoulders above what it was looking like.
Yeah. Because it was looking pretty bad.
It was looking grim. It was better than last year, but it wasn't, like, fantastic.
Yeah.
Best/worst botch. This goes to either, like, best botch that was kind of hilarious, or worst botch in terms of like, oh no, this was actually the worst botch.
And they were fucking dead.
It's kind of like highlight botch, if we will. Actual worst botch goes to the main event of SummerSlam. Randy Orton. Yeah. You forgot about this.
Yeah.
Because that's the correct response.
Yeah.
Randy.
This was SummerSlam's main event.
Yeah, Randy came into work.
The very first pay-per-view after the brand split. Way to set the tone, guys.
I know. Randy comes into work on one SummerSlam Sunday evening, prepared to wrestle a main event match with Brock Lesnar.
And that's the worst part. Like, Randy was ready to actually wrestle.
Yeah.
He was ready to fucking he was ready to be Randy.
He was ready to be Randy, not Randy.
Yeah, he was ready to because, like, Randy can have a great match when he's fucking trying to have a great match.
Yeah.
But they were like, no.
When he's not busy, like, part-timing at the factory, he can have a good match. And he was ready to, presumably have a good match.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the performance center backstage, wherever the hell, and they're like, so you're going to go out here and gimmick this match. And he's like, Okay. So Brock assured Randy that he could open him up hard way and it would be safe enough. A million red flags go up, sure.
Well, that's the thing, though. If Brock Lesnar tells you he's going to open you up, you don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, honestly. It didn't happen so safely. Randy was sliced across the fucking head with elbow strikes, requiring 10 stitches, and the WWE had to sweep his concussion under the rug.
Yeah.
Which cost them their next pay-per-view, because Randy was still concussed and couldn't wrestle.
Yep.
So,
I mean, it didn't necessarily cost them their next pay-per-view. It cost Bray.
It cost Bray.
Because he ended up losing to Kain instead of losing to Randy.
That's right.
What are they doing now, by the way? Like, is that fucking is that storyline still going on?
It's Harper and Randy are finally, like, at a head.
Because they lost the titles, right? Yeah, to American Alpha.
Did they?
Yeah, like they had like a fatal 4-way
on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I haven't watched SmackDown in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
You're telling me American Alpha won it?
American Alpha are the tag team champions.
On a fucking SmackDown?
SmackDown, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's been like they had to blow their load, man. It's been like 8 weeks.
The problem is
since a pay-per-view.
They haven't even been booked to look that good. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They've been kind of booked to like keep them their heads low.
Yeah.
Anyways, no. The main event was a total botch.
Yeah.
And they botched it so hard that Randy had 10 stitches and a concussion.
So my worst botch is a similar idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a botch as in something that happened during a match, but just dropping the ball.
Something that didn't exactly go as planned.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt's face turn. And it hurts my heart. Because that was so cool.
Fuck.
So cool.
Dude, like, you had 30 seconds of Bray as a face, and it was unbelievably cool.
I was like, people are cheering Bray. I love this.
And then he, like, injures his ankle a billionth time, and they put the brakes on that thing. Oh, my God.
Soon. We can only hope.
We can only hope.
Fingers crossed.
Jesus. Give Bray something. The tag belts are not something, I'm sorry.
He didn't even have them for that long.
No. Number 11. Best spot. I say the end of Owens-Zayn match from Battlegrounds. The blow-off match to that feud. Owens shows a microcosm of remorse as he berates Sammy, asking him, why won't you stay down? As if to say that deep in his heart, he really doesn't want to do this. The script is flipped, and Sammy murders Owens with a haluva kick, but catches him before he falls. Is it respect? Is it remembrance that Owens was once his best friend? It might have been all of that, but then Sammy does what he has to do, and finishes Owens with a second haluva kick.
Yeah.
Possibly just out of spite. Possibly just to finish the match. It was the most impactful part of a match out of 2016 for me because the sheer range of emotions the wrestlers brought out in their characters. Also, that match was amazing.
That was a great story spot.
It was
but the spot that I picked is a more traditional spot.
Okay.
A high spot, I guess you could call it, maybe. I'm not like well-versed on that vernacular. Mm-hmm. But it was a triple threat between Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and I want to. It was either The Miz or AJ Styles. I can't remember the third man in this instance, but whoever it was taking the end of days, so it doesn't really matter that much. The spot was man number 3 gets put in the end of days position, like he's got his feet kicked up in the air, he's getting ready to take it, and as the swing comes down, Ziggler runs up behind Baron Corbin and hits him with the zigzag. Leading into basically like a double move.
Beautiful.
And it was amazing.
That's beautiful.
I was like, this is glorious.
That's awesome.
And that was my spot. Like, that spot definitely gets it as far as story spots go.
Yeah.
But when I saw that spot, I was like, that's fucking the one right there. Gives me all warm and tingly.
I would also give, like, runner-up spot to Baron Corbin chair clotheslining Kalisto out of the air.
a garbage spot. not so much a high spot, not so much a story spot, just to hit you with fucking shit spot.
Yeah, it's hardcore spot. Worst match of the year. Number 10. Worst match of the year. Triple H versus Roman Reigns, main event of Mania 32, and we've already told you why.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in here that I didn't mention? Oh yeah. Roman's babyface selling sucked. The action was sucked. The only real pop was Steph getting speared by Roman. Roman wins and then gets booed to oblivion until the screen fades to black.
I mean, honestly, Steph getting speared by anybody would be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it was the only pop that match had.
Yeah. It would have popped me a couple times.
Oh my god.
If I got to spear Steph, I don't care, man. She's still kind of hot.
She is.
Kind of.
There's a haughty,
in a could be my grandma kind of way.
A haughty bitch MILF kind of way.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta have them.
Hey, exactly.
Just ignore the fucking crater that was her separated fucking...
sternum.
Yeah. God, that's rough.
Separated
God,
pectoral.
that's rough. I feel bad for her.
Oh, separated pectorals are ugly looking, dude.
I feel so bad for her.
Did you have worst match of the year?
No. That's pretty much it. Like, I didn't... Nothing really stuck out into my head as a worst match.
There really weren't that many bad matches.
Yeah. And I mean, like, honestly, I guess that's kind of just me for, like... not caring as much about bad matches anymore. It's like, because I don't get as angry about them as I used to.
It's not like there was another match that was a bad match, but you didn't expect it to be a good match.
Yeah.
Like, the bad matches that happen throughout the year, you're like, okay, well, it's Rusev versus Big Cass.
Right.
And no one cares.
So
if it's okay, it's a bad match.
Whatever.
Main event of Mania.
Yes.
Main event of the biggest selling Mania of all time.
Yeah.
Fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
That's a bad match.
That's a bad match.
That's a bad match.
That's a bad match.
Best match of the year. Zayn Owens the Battleground, baby. I thought that match had everything. It had perfect work rate. It had perfect storytelling. Action was intense. When there was a botch, they ran with it and put it in the story. Everything came down to the ending. The characterization was awesome. Sadly, Sammy got dick nothing after winning, and Owens became champion.
Yeah, go figure.
I know. That was the only bad part. But other than that, I thought that was the greatest match this year.
Yeah. Mine is just fucking AJ Styles versus John Cena. And I want to say, wasn't that Battleground, was
SummerSlam, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because their first match was Money in the Bank. Their second match was Battleground as the tag thingy. And then their third match was SummerSlam, I think.
I think you're right, yeah. Yeah, and like, honestly, again, I don't remember everything about that match. But
the spectacle of it.
Just the fact that AJ Styles... It wasn't just somebody beating John Cena clean. It was AJ Styles beating John Cena clean. Wasn't it for the title at this point, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? No.
Sure?
No, because I think Dean had the title at that point.
Oh, yeah, maybe he did. Yeah.
Sorry, too many of your boys had the title at one time.
Good. But yeah, like I'm sure the match was still, like, fucking match of the year contender regardless. But, like, fucking, yeah, just watch that. Watch both those matches. Watch them.
Number 8, Superstar of Next Year. Yeah. For the record, last year we predicted Kevin Owens would be the superstar of 2016, and we were right.
But in fairness, little did we know AJ Styles wasn't going to be there this year.
True.
Like, we made that list, like, a couple of weeks before the Royal Rumble happened. And little did we know that was going to be a thing.
Oh boy, did we not know.
But I mean, Kevin Owens did definitely have a really good year. He spent most of it as Universal Champion, which is the Raw title after the brand split. So more or less, he's WWE Champion, and he's still fucking Universal Champion right now.
Yeah.
He may lose it come Rumble, but he got to fucking run with the belt.
He had a good run with the belt.
And if you would have told... Like, if you would have fucking talked to somebody 5 years ago and told them that Kevin Steen was going to be WWE champion, they would have been like, you're a fucking idiot.
You're full of shit, but
he wears a shirt. You know what I mean?
He wears a shirt under his shirt.
Right. So, yeah, he did really good. He did really fucking good this year. So we weren't wrong.
No. So I took this award differently for some reason when I was making this. I put it as the person who will ascend to superstar status next year.
Yeah.
So, because I feel like that's how I did last year as well. Who's the person that's going to become superstar
I mean,
status?
because Kevin Owens was still like mid-card back then.
He was like squabbling around with the IC belt at best.
Yeah.
So this is where things get a little tricky because we have a brand split now. So for SmackDown, I said Baron Corbin will probably be pumped up to superstar status.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year was really, really bad for him. He was in a way too long feud with Ziggler. He won the Andre the Who Cares Battle Royale award. He was lost in space until the brand split, which gave him more time to shine as a dominant heel.
And even then, at the beginning of the brand split, he wasn't doing much.
Not really. But towards the end, you could really smell that, like, Vince was like, oh, he's 6'8", I'll push him.
Yeah.
And so, like...
He's a little doughy, but it's all right.
Well, no, they're finally, they have him wrestle in one of his shirts.
Oh, yeah.
He has a cutoff.
I think I remember that.
He has a cutoff shirt and he wrestles in it. Thank God.
Yeah.
It helps him a million to wrestle in it.
Yeah, definitely. Like fucking guys who don't necessarily need it, like Luke Harper wear shirts. And Dean Ambrose has got a nice fucking body.
Yeah. Luke's definitely kind of fucking ripped.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be walking around in a shirt.
So yeah, definitely give it to somebody that needs it.
Mm-hmm. It works with his outfit and general look as well. For Raw, I said Braun Strowman because it's the same reasons, but he's even bigger.
Also wrestles in a shirt.
Yeah, he's massive. I feel like he wrestles in a shirt to keep his muscles in place.
Yeah,
because he definitely doesn't need to wrestle in a shirt. He's huge.
He's a big fucking dude.
He's fucking huge. He's massive. He's bulky. His main event's appearance started right at the end of the year. Vince is obviously going to push him because he's everything Vince loves. Yeah. And just to prove a point, if I had to pick a runner-up for Superstar of next year, I'd say Big Cass.
Yeah.
And you should be able to see the trend here.
Yeah. I mean, if we're doing it like with that, then mine doesn't count because he's already in the main event.
Yeah.
But my Superstar for next year is AJ Styles.
I mean, the only reason I didn't put that is because I feel like AJ was Superstar of this year.
Yes, he was. And he's going to continue to be Superstar of this current year. He's going to be, he could lose the title at the Rumble, which could happen.
It could happen.
It would suck, but it could happen.
He'd still be main event Superstar.
He's still going to be one of the top SmackDown guys. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be the top guy for a while.
Until he retires.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's 38 or so he probably doesn't have a hilariously long career ahead of him, but...
He's probably got, like, at least 5 years of, like, solid going.
A solid 5 years of run. Yeah. And then a 2-3 year, like, tail off.
Yeah. Maybe about that. Mm-hmm. 5 more years.
5 more years. We got, what? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, less than 10 years after Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Damn.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 confirmed failure.
Damn.
Number 7, deserves better. I put Seth Rollins.
Really?
Yeah. I thought Seth's year fucking sucked. I thought it would suck to be Seth this year.
Yeah.
Like, Seth really got boned. He was out of half the year due to injury when he had the belt. He had to relinquish the belt.
Yeah, that does suck.
So, like, he relinquished the belt the year previous, and they came into the year with nothing because he was out for, like, still 4 more months. He came back to be involved in the sadly overshadowed Shield Triple Threat, which I hate to say it, the Shield Triple Threat was a big deal, but it was, like, the night before the brand split.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of got lost in the shuffle of the brand split, which was huge.
It really did.
He was promptly screwed by Triple H, who then put the feud on ice because he wasn't going to show up during a ratings lull thanks to football. Seth's babyface turn was kind of indistinguishable, and he still kind of feels like heel Rollins, but just angry at Triple H and Kevin Owens instead.
Well, I mean, I think it's a little easier for me to slip on the face Seth Rollins goggles because I don't watch the shows. So like I'm kind of used to shit happening when I'm not there.
Yeah, it
So
feels
it's like I'm like, oh, Seth is a babyface.
it doesn't feel like he's
It's like I know he's a babyface because he's hanging around Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it doesn't inherently feel like he's a babyface. Like nothing happened to change that except that he's a heel who got dicked over by heels.
Well, he made up with all of his friends off screen.
Off screen and off storyline, apparently. Yeah,
Well, yeah, of course.
Because
Like phones exist, Jay. Yeah, when that's what was it? Tribute for the Troops, I think.
yeah,
When New Day is talking in
Yeah,
the back about how they're the greatest stable of all time. And
yeah,
shit.
Shield shows
The
up.
Shield shows up, like all three of the Shield, and like Dean's there, and I'm like, Dean should still try to maybe kill Seth,
Yeah,
but it's okay because I am losing it right now because I'm still a Shield fan.
it was still like it was just like, all right, are we gonna have the kiss and make up storyline? No, I guess we're just gonna
No, it's better to
pretend that happens.
It's better to fucking like honestly, this has been happening for a long time.
Oh yeah,
This is nothing new. Like fucking, I remember when Shawn Michaels and Triple H were literally trying to murder each other. They're best friends. Never addressed. Like they bring up those times like, hey, remember when we had the greatest feud of all time? And that's it. That's just how they say it. It's like, yeah, we were crazy. Whatever. It's wrestling.
So thankfully Seth should go over in the big feud, but it's already been a full year of Seth action and he's got to participate meaningfully in very little of it. And I felt like as a main event man, as the A+ player, he really took like a B- seat to everything this year.
Yeah. With any luck, like I said in the last episode, with any luck it'll pick up once Triple H gets on TV.
Oh yeah.
And that doesn't excuse it, but
And as we mentioned last episode, the feud being the way it is mainly because Finn Balor just died.
Yeah, like that did not help. But yeah, hopefully it picks up once Triple H gets back into the picture and then we start to, get this feud fucking going. Mine deserves better. Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Like we talked about him a little earlier, and how his face turn got fucked over, but that just spiraled out of control, and Bray Wyatt has literally done nothing of consequence the entire year.
No, he's not done a single damn thing.
Because like when you think about it, he wasn't off the shelf for too long.
No,
he
came back a little bit before the brand split, and they didn't do anything with him, and then the brand split happened, and he had a know-nothing feud with Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton joined the family even though he won the feud. Yeah. Which made Bray look like a fucking dunce.
Yeah.
Because Randy's like, well, if you can't beat him, join him. And I'm like, but you beat them.
Yeah.
Because you're Randy Orton and he's Bray Wyatt. And that's what the booking tells me.
Yeah.
And
Bray. He's the only guy, like, what, wasn't it last year? Yeah, we at the beginning of 2016.
Bray got jobbed out again at Mania.
Well, of course.
Who did he get jobbed out to this time? I can't even remember.
At Mania. Who did he fight? Who did he even face in Mania?
Who? Was he even on Mania?
I don't think he was. Because he would have been a heel. Which means he would have
had to win.
But he didn't.
Of course not.
So I don't think he was at Mania.
Hell.
God, that's rough.
Sucks to be him.
I remember the beginning of last year, like, there was buzz about, like, Vince McMahon wanted to put the belt on him.
I remember that. I remember that dirt sheet being like speed dials Luna. Like, dirt sheets!
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt!
And then
the belt!
It was not to be, but
I mean, it could have been if that's what the way the face turn was going to go.
That was also before AJ Styles was a thing. So
you know it.
Like I got to kind of count my blessings. Mm-hmm. You can't have everything.
No, you this year you had Dean and AJ as world champions.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You had a lot of good things.
And like Dean's run was underrated as fuck.
It was underrated and overshadowed.
Yeah. Like that's
it was a run that got completely overshadowed.
It didn't feel as important because he was the first champion after during the brand split, and people just didn't pay any. Like, people were so focused on who was going to be the next champion that they didn't even really look at what Dean was doing.
Yeah.
And luckily, though, because, Dean is still my boy, I watched a clip on YouTube, and I highly doubt they hairdryered it because that'd be dumb. But, when Shane was naming off people who were going to be in the Royal Rumble, I believe, it was either who was going to be in the Rumble. Yeah, it was in the Rumble. He listed off fucking Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, The Undertaker, all getting big pops. And then he said Dean Ambrose, and the place went nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, good. He's still
got that connection.
He's still that boy. That's what I need.
Yeah. Number 6, and this gets really tricky now. NXT Tag Team of the Year. I put the Revival because they're really good.
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of the people in NXT that we kind of thought we'd like stopped being in NXT halfway through the year.
Yeah.
And so I guess if you want a full circle of it, the Revival are really good. I mean, they're legitimately super
really
good. They're the first ever 2-time NXT Tag Champions. Yep. They've definitely put on a million fucking amazing matches. Mm-hmm. I think they probably
who basically put American Alpha on the map.
Yeah, they definitely are the number one team that shows the fuck up in a pay-per-view match. Like, they put on good matches, but then when it's pay-per-view time, they're like, holy shit. They just put on unbelievable matches.
Which is great, because they're two guys who are just bald and look the same.
Dash has hair.
Well, I mean...
Dawson's just got a stupid handlebar mustache thing.
Right. But, to me, it feels weird.
They're both 5'6".
I'm literally celebrating who was essentially the Basham brothers.
Yeah.
And I never thought, I mean, obviously they're better than that, but it just feels weird. Because back in the day, I'm like, man, these stupid tag teams that literally just look like two of the same guy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when you look at them, they look different. But, when you're looking at them in the match...
They're the same.
Yeah, it's like, the dude's hair is barely there enough to matter. Might as well just be another bald dude.
It took way too long for people to know which one was Dash Wilder and which one was Scott Dawson.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Do you have a dissenting opinion on that, or for NXT Tag Team?
No, I don't fucking... I guess the TM for Flamethrower, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. No, because
that's not even what it is. I was so disappointed. It could have been a cool TM.
I don't get their name. Yeah. I don't know why it's TM61.
The thing is, though, if we still keep going with the Pokemon reference, TM does stand for Technical Machine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that's cool. Even though we looked what TM61 was, and it wasn't anything, that could have been cool.
Yeah.
That sucked. If it would have been cool, they would have been meme-worthy, immediately.
Yes, but no.
And I think it was, fucking pedal dancers. I don't know.
They're also, not that great. I know.
Yeah.
This one's easy, though. Number 5, NXT Female Superstar of the Year. Asuka.
The only NXT female superstar?
The only, Asuka. She's female Brock Lesnar. She's undefeated.
She's still champion?
To my knowledge.
Well, I mean, if she's undefeated, she's kind of got to be.
To my knowledge, she is still undefeated and champion. It's almost an issue because I don't know how Creative is going to get that belt off of her.
Keep it on her, fuck it.
Yeah, keep it on. I said keep it
on her forever.
Until Ember Moon can take it off of her, because Ember Moon's really good. I like Ember Moon a lot.
I like her name. Both of them.
Yes. Number 4, NXT Male Superstar of the Year, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
I wrote here, I almost think I'm giving him this award purely out of attendance.
He was just the last one.
He's been main event man.
It was either him or Nakamura, but even then.
It was either him or Finn, and I didn't really care for Finn's run.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. He had the longest reigning run in NXT, but I don't care for it.
Yeah.
Joe was good the entire year. My dissenting opinion against myself is that he was just in the main event the entire year, and it was really stagnant. Really fucking stagnant. And then Finn goes away, and you're like, okay, so Joe's not going to be in the main event anymore. Never mind.
I mean, well, he kind of got to, because now fucking the other main event guy's gone.
Yeah. So,
There's more of a mid card in NXT than there is a main event now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Here we go. I mean, I assume you agree with that one as well.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, WWE Tag Team of the Year, New Day.
Of course.
Because I don't even need to say shit.
Yeah. Like
Next.
Why would it be anything but New Day?
Next.
Next.
Number 2, WWE Female Superstar of the Year, Charlotte.
No.
I guess.
No.
Much like how I gave Samoa Joe based purely on attendance, I gave it to Charlotte based purely on booking. Yeah. She was booked to be the next female coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
She had a 14-1 pay-per-view streak. She utterly decimated everything she walked into, unless it was TV, because then she could lose and keep her streak alive.
Right.
But like no other female really reached that high. Becky's reign was awesome, but it's really short, and now she's on like a comeback spree. Alexa's just starting. Sasha was a bit of a botch machine, and like the feud went nowhere and didn't look good for her. Bayley just got called up, and like, really, what else happened?
So I don't know if this is who my pick was last year, but I'm kind of hoping it is, because if it was, then it's going to be a thing.
I think we both picked Sasha last year.
You think so?
I think so.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Actually, wait. I think one of us might have picked Bayley. Actually,
no, because Bayley had been called up.
You're right. Maybe that was for women.
For NXT, I think we chose Bayley.
Well, whatever. I'm picking Becky.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
When my choices are what they are, I'll always pick Becky.
Yeah. Becky could have had a better chance at this than Charlotte, but they booked Charlotte to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
It felt like...
I mean, fucking when she won the title, when Becky won the title.
Oh, that's great.
She's just looking at it. She walks up to this random stranger, like, hi.
Champion.
Champion.
I'm like, oh my god, Becky.
You just want to hug her.
She's so great.
Put a ring on her finger. Put 2 rings on her finger.
Becky's the best.
Put a ring on each finger.
Really. And then we get to the unanimous decision of the evening.
Oh, of course.
Number 1, WWE Male Superstar of the Year, AJ Styles.
AJ fucking Styles. Next year, too.
All 5 years after this.
Fucking 5 more years.
Yeah, let's go through what he did. Debuted at the Rumble. Carried Roman through 2 great pay-per-view matches.
Yes.
Had a fantastic feud with Cena, which he won clean.
Yes.
SmackDown Live heavyweight champion.
Yep.
Great feud with Dino and James Ellsworth.
Who else can say that?
Yeah.
It's like, had a feud with James Ellsworth. Was amazing.
It was amazing. He was good as a face. He was good as a heel. He was good as a serious contender. He was good as a comedy role. He put amazing matches on everywhere.
Yeah.
There ain't shit much to say about it, boy. He was the best by a long streak.
He's the poster boy of people like us.
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
You look at like your John Cena's, your fucking Stone Colds, and your fucking Hulk Hogan's to be like the wrestling guys. Like, I'd say fucking AJ Styles is the modern days like Macho Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how he's definitely like the workhorse. The people fucking love him. He may not be the Hulk Hogan, but he's definitely fucking, he's important.
Oh yeah. That's a really, really good comparison. Yeah. He definitely feels like a Macho Man.
Yeah. He's also smaller. Macho Man was jacked, but AJ Styles is kind of jacked.
Okay, so Macho Man apparently was like a string bean.
Really?
Yeah. I watched like the little Macho Man like documentary that I think WWE put out after his death. And like, oh yeah, he was a stringy baseball player and then started working out. I'm like, no, he took roids because he had to, because you don't gain that kind of muscle.
Fucking did back then.
Oh god, yeah. Not until 92 when they started cracking down on that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's the year-end awards, but we still have our little bonus piece as we did last year, because this perfectly coincides with the beginning of the new year, aka the Rumble.
Yeah.
So, top 3 Rumble winner predictions. I'll go first, Luna. Number 1, Roman Reigns. Parentheses. Kill me.
See, I don't think you got to worry about that because I don't think Roman's going to be in the Rumble.
I don't know if he is or not. See, at the time,
because he's got a match. He's got a title match.
I mean, so does Dean and Miz, and they're in the Rumble.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they're also in a mid-card match, though.
That's fair.
Mid-card title match, so it's a little easier because, like, you know, fucking.
Because the thing was, when I was writing this, we had like 12 people confirmed for the Rumble. And I'm like, well, this one's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, the good thing is now that we know the Rumble, like the full list of the Rumble entrants, this is actually a hard one to call. Like, kinda. Really not sure.
Do we have a full list of Rumble entrants?
We have like a full enough list to leave spaces for like your surprises.
And shit, yeah. You think Benoit's coming back? Anything could happen in the WWE.
Hologram Benoit.
Fucking that theme goes off. Everyone's just fucking like, what the fuck is going
on? Apparently, Kenny Omega has been signing autographs as number 30 recently.
Oh man,
what a piece of shit!
Yeah, I don't. If he was in it, I don't think he'd be number 30. Like that'd be.
He's not in it. I swear, there's no way.
That'd be awesome though.
Kenny Omega in WWE would not get the play he needs. I can just imagine.
I thought that about AJ too. Though,
honestly, that makes you're right. Number 1, Roman Reigns. Number 2, Dean Ambrose.
Maybe.
Number 3, Sami Zayn.
Unlikely,
yes. But I said this is where I had a hard time with it. Roman and Dean are the only ones in a believable main event feud that could lead to a main event showing at Mania. Sami, I guess, makes sense, but everyone else is busy stuck in a feud that won't main event.
Well, I mean,
or won't need the main event belt attached to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Goldberg. Let me go through my list and then you can do your thing. Goldberg and Brock won't win because their match won't have to have the belt attached to it, unless Brock snags it from Owen before Mania, and I can't really see that. Seth and Triple H won't need to have their match be for the belt unless Triple H really wants to put himself over and say that he held the Universal belt before giving it to Seth, which is a very Triple H thing to do, I must say. Braun isn't big enough to win, but he'll make a good showing. Cena and Taker could still be on for Mania, so they won't appear on the main event angle. Undertaker's in it, though, so who really knows? Yeah. It makes the best sense for Roman to get it and get another shot at Owens if he fucks up tonight or tomorrow. No, earlier in the night. Fuck.
Yeah.
Or Dino wins and gets another shot at AJ. And honestly, I don't know what the clear-cut winner of the Rumble is.
Here's the funny thing, and I say funny because it's not fun, about brand split Rumbles. Mm-hmm. They now have more of an excuse to kind of fuck off with it. Just as an example, the biggest Royal Rumble of all time, 40 guys.
Oh, yeah.
Alberto Del Rio run it.
Alberto Dorito.
For no reason.
No.
Didn't even main event the WrestleMania.
Nope.
Either the next year or the year after, Sheamus won it. Opened the show with Daniel Bryan, won the title in 18 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to care as much now that there's two belts, because if they feel that either the reception isn't what they want it to be, or if they really just don't care, then they can focus on the other belt while the Royal Rumble winner, destined to flop, just kind of gets handed the belt on their show. So, I'm not saying this will be that, but they're kind of given the freedom to do that now. It's not like it, and also it benefits us because it's not as catastrophically awful anymore.
Yeah.
Like last year when Roman won
again.
Well, no, he only won the Rumble once.
Did he?
Yeah. He just almost won it before that.
Yeah.
So
it feels like, in the grand scheme of things, I account like 3 Rumbles being ruined by Roman. But he's really only won one.
Yeah. So
he won the one 2 years ago. That was it.
When he won that one, it felt like we were fucked. Mm-hmm. It felt like despair was just. But now, if a snoozer wins it, it's not really going to matter that whole much. It's not really going to matter that much because we got another belt to look forward to. Mm-hmm. You know, like their match probably isn't going to main event. You know, if that happens. But if I had to pick a potential contender to win, Bray Wyatt.
Is Bray even in the Rumble?
Sure. Why not? What else is he doing? Nothing. And that's exactly why I think he could win it.
I feel
he's not doing anything.
I don't even feel like Bray's in the Rumble. Although I don't say that I disagree with your idea because I love it, but I don't even think that Bray's in the Rumble.
Bray wins. Fucking until the WrestleMania lead up happens. You know, he finishes up his whatever he's doing with Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. Wins against Randy Orton, please.
Please.
And then on the lead up to WrestleMania, have fucking fingers crossed AJ Styles versus a potentially a SmackDown babyface Bray Wyatt. Mm-hmm. And by that I mean really nothing has to change.
The neutral eater of worlds, Bray Wyatt.
Yep, the eater of less carbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see Bray
That'd be beautiful.
Get some accolades.
That'd be beautiful. I don't think it's going to happen, but I really wish it would. Anyways, that is it for us here at the end of the review. I'd say see you in 2017, but it's definitely already 2017 by the time this is being recorded and uploaded. So,
it is 2017.
We'll see you guys.
At you from the future's past.
We'll see you guys at the Rumble, where hopefully one of our boys wins. Adios.
Boy.